Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Bobby. You know, I get asked the question so often, what is the most vital area of the game for me to practice? Well, if I have to rank them, it would go something like this. But before I do, let me say this. I'm going to rank them with the idea then that the tee shot, simply getting it in play, is left out of the conversation on the basis that it's already serviceable. If you're one of these wild golfers who's hitting the ball completely off the golf course on every tee box, then you're not even playing golf yet. But I'm talking about someone who's at least getting the ball in play most of the time. Then the most vital aspect to scoring is definitely your ability to make your short putts. That is, the ones inside 4 feet. Because every single time you miss a 4-foot putt, you threw away a shot that can't be recovered. You know, you can kick the ball off the tee box and still par any hole out there, but if you 3-putt, you can't par any of them. And so the quality of the greens on which we putt today are such that if you stroke a 4-footer well, it will go in, so you've got to be strong here. Second would be the chip shot. Why the chip shot? Because the majority of players miss the majority of the greens they fire at. And so if you can chip your shots from around the green to within 4 feet and then do what? Make all your 4-footers, then suddenly you find out that the 1-2 punch of chipping and putting is super synergistic to scoring well at golf. And what's third? The long putt. Now that surprises people sometimes because they say, well, the first thing was the short putt, then you went to chipping. Why didn't you just go right out to the long putt? Well, because you have more chips than you have long putts. And so there are more opportunities to score with the chip than there is the long putt. So, however, it is third, in my view, the long putt, and I want to talk about a way for you to practice. Now, the most important thing you should consider when practicing, doesn't matter what it is that the manner in which you're practicing is absorbing. It's just as interesting as golf, and it brings about the same emotions. You're happy when you succeed, you lament it when you don't, and you're up for it. And so what that does is it provides some positive imagery that you can draw back on later when you play. And so this game that we're about to play here is going to feel a lot like golf. I've got a hole here that's about 30 feet away. It's slightly downhill from me. I'm not on the same level as it. Putting that way, I'm going downhill. Putting back this way, I'm going uphill. My job, and I'm not leaving here until I do it, is to putt both balls going in that direction and two-putt them, two-putt both these balls, and then two-putt returning. Let's see how it goes. I've got this thing down. I should have rehearsed this, but you'll get the gist of the game no matter what happens. That's not too bad, I don't think. All right, good. And let's see this one. That's a little speedy. Little speedy, boys and girls. Oh, man. Left myself more than I wanted to chew. Let's see what I can do with that. All right. I'm just starting out, so I'm going to stay here until I succeed. All right, somehow that went in. I've got this one left. There's no such thing as a gimme in this game. And we're going to take it home now. Had to make a putt there. I feel good about that. Kind of like what? Kind of like golf. You feel good when you make a short putt because you can't help but recognize the possibility you may miss. Uh-oh, I'm uphill. See, this is why this is so important. I got used to the speed of the one going downhill, and my very first attempt, I left it short. Let's see what happens after that. All right, that seems a little bit better. Let's see what happens on this one. All right, and I missed it. Now, here's the thing. I got a feeling with what I've given myself, I would succeed pretty soon at this. That means that I've given myself too much of an easy task. You can increase this by what? By increasing the distance between holes. This is only 30 feet. Maybe you want to go to 40 or 45. Increase the amount of slope between the two, or just simply increase the number of balls. The whole point is that if you accomplish it the first time, it wasn't worth its salt. That's no good of a drill. You've got to do something that is challenging, yet doable after a few failures. And then after that, it's so easy for you to reframe the situation in your mind when you're playing golf and you go, you know what, I know this is a kind of a tough two-putt, but I showed myself I could do this coming and going yesterday. I like my chances because there's one thing we all have to have as we stand before any shot, and that is the belief that we can do it. The best swing in the world, the best touch in the world must have trust and plenty of it. And so as you practice, stay absorbed, stay interested, play these little drills. The only ingredients that are required is that it makes you care, it keeps you interested, it's challenging, yet doable. I want to thank you for watching.